Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have more good news to share about Trump's failing social media site and company. Yesterday, as I told you guys, Trump's social media stock hit a 1 year low. And it keeps hitting new 1 year lows. And it happened again today. It hit another new low. Yesterday, the stock dropped down to $21.66. That is the lowest that it's been since the stock went public. Well, today it fell even more. As you see on your screen here, DJT stock for Trump Media and Technology Group dipped down to $20.91. Now, I checked it right before I started recording, and apparently it dropped even 1 penny lower, but I didn't get a new screenshot. So $20.90, 90, is the official new low. I kept checking it throughout the day. It was bouncing around in the upper $20 range throughout the day, but yeah, never got back to where it was. So it is not looking good for DJT investors for many reasons, which I'm going to share with you. Because there appears to be something fishy in Denmark. And by Denmark, I mean Trump's failing social media company. So there's a handful of Trump media executives who just sold off millions of dollars in stock. This happened on August 22nd, and there's been no official explanation as to why. So here's the deal. Here's what's being reported. Forbes published this article advising people to sell their DJT stock. They're saying do it now before it's too late. Now, in this article, they mentioned that Trump Media submitted a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. They notified the SEC that they repurchased more than $2.9 million worth of company stock. And the filing says that the company will remit this money, quote, plus applicable penalties and interest to the U.S. Internal Revenue Service and certain state taxing authorities in connection with the March 7, 2024 issuance of the TMTG Executive Promissory Notes. So Forbes pointed out the company didn't explain in this filing why do they owe $2.9 million plus penalties and interest to the IRS, right? They also don't say how much the penalties and interest are. I mean, it's already $2.9 million. How much more do they owe? In fact, Forbes laid out this whole big list of questions that weren't answered by this SEC filing. And these are questions that shareholders are entitled to know or to have answers to. You know, they need to know if their investment is at risk. Now, here's what we do know. What we know is that 5 Trump media executives sold some of their shares back to the company, and that included the CEO, Devin Nunes. Remember him? Ugh. Anyway, Forbes also mentioned how many lawsuits have been filed against Trump and the Trump media, the special acquisition company that helped them merged with them to help them get funding and whatnot. And Trump media is involved in a lawsuit with the same acquisition company. So they're being sued. The acquisition company is being looked at for possible fraud and things. They're suing each other. Trump Media now is suing also 2 of the co-founders. The 2 co-founders are suing Trump Media. They're suing them back, which I'll give you more details on that in a minute. So as Forbes put it, quote, Trump Media now has disagreements with the people and organizations that helped provide Trump Media with critical cash and the way to become a public company. And these shareholders are part of the large locked up group. So the people who are suing, who are being sued, they own stock in this company, and the lockup period is about to end. So that's one reason why Forbes is advising people sell now, sell before that 6-month lockup period ends in late September. They write, quote, While Donald Trump owns many of those currently locked up shares, a significant portion of the rest is held by parties that did not choose to invest in Trump media. There are lenders whose repayments were shares, service providers paid in shares, and others who acquired free or low-cost digital world shares. And some shareholders are parties to the lawsuits. Therefore, there is a high probability that many locked up shareholders are looking forward to finally cashing out, especially with the stock's poor performance. And that reality means shareholders who can sell now should consider it. They have a unique advantage that will disappear overnight in 4 weeks. So, yeah, I mean, if you did work for the company and they said, hey, we're not going to pay you for the work you did, but here's some shares of stock, you want to get paid, right? And you see the numbers ticking down every day, and you're like, dang, I better get paid. I mean, I better cash this in so I can get paid. Otherwise, I did work for free. So there's literally every incentive for these people to cash this stuff in 4 weeks, like they said. And then Forbes also mentioned there's 2 key dates after the lockup period ends that are very critical. So one, of course, is the election. You know, the outcome of the election will absolutely affect the stock price one way or the other. And then there's the third quarter earnings report. So that is going to be released mid-November, or it's supposed to be. I would say, based on Trump's track record, it's going to be another loss report, you know, not an earnings report, but we'll see. But in any case, it seems like there's a lot going on. There's smoke and mirrors, you know, there's shares being sold. We don't know why. So I would bet money Trump's most ardent supporters are going to be left holding the bag. They are going to take the losses that they cannot afford. Now, 2 other people who are getting screwed by Trump are Andy Litinsky and Wes Moss. So here's who they are. Litinsky and Moss, long ago, were contestants on Trump's show, The Apprentice. They supposedly went to Trump with this whole idea of launching Truth Social. So they co-founded Truth Social with him. Well, you guys may recall, they sued Truth Social, or they sued Trump Media, I should say, the parent company, because the company keeps issuing new stock shares. So their shares keep getting diluted by these new shares being issued. So they sued, and now they're locked in a legal battle with Trump and the company. And then, you know, Trump in turn is now suing them. So he countersued them. And, you know, he's, of course, trying to screw them over. He's trying to take their shares away completely. So Litinsky and Moss went to the court and said, you need to sanction him because he's playing games. You know, this countersuit is BS, blah, blah, blah. Well, the judge said no. She declined to actually sanction him. But the judge did say that, she, you know, here's the thing. I need to keep my powder dry for when sanctions are actually warranted. But she said she was, quote, deeply disappointed in Trump's legal maneuvers. This is a Trump-appointed judge, by the way. And she said, quote, I will carry that disappointment and distrust with me as we proceed in this matter. So she's letting Trump know, yeah, I may hold this against you. So we'll see what happens. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on the stock, but yeah, just not looking good for DJT stockholders. I mean, we tried to warn them, but no, they know better. They know him, right? They know him. They've seen him on stage. They've seen him on TV. He must be a good guy. I mean, he hates all the same people they do. So that's good enough for them. Who cares that he's a liar, cheater, thief, you know, sexual perv who was found liable of sexually assaulting a woman, been accused of assaulting and harassing more than 24 other women and a child, and a 13-year-old child. has screwed over anybody he's ever done business with. I mean, yeah, why should they pay attention to that, right? All the scams, his university, Trump stakes, I mean, so many, too many to count how many failed businesses. But yeah, they know better. So keep buying that stock. Keep buying. It's low right now. You guys should buy. That's my non-pro tip. All right. Anyway, I will let you all know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it with everyone you know so we can all laugh together. Become a subscriber if you have not. If you can donate, truly appreciate it. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.